good morning, and thank you so much for continuing to stick with us this morning during our conversation. We move forward by chatting with Astrid Benjamin-Campbell, who is the president of Team TEAM. And this morning we're chatting about that Tobago Day in New York. So she's a part of the team that had created that Tobago Day in New York, and we want to have this conversation as we recap a bit on all that has happened. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you.
All right, last time we had a brief conversation, you were preparing for Tobago Day. And, we were talking about, support and persons coming out and, being a part of the expansion, especially seeing that you are celebrating 10 years next year, right?
Yes, we are.
Right. And I had a couple of friends in New York who were there at your event. And so, although I was not there, I still participated by means of WhatsApp and Instagram statuses. And so, I can attest that you indeed had a great time and a successful event. But you can tell the people for yourself.
Well, indeed, first it was very threatening with the rain, and we were a little concerned, but I guess we all had the same prayer that God would hold his hand, allow us to have a beautiful day, and then, it happened. The sun came out, it dried the place up, and people came out a little late because I guess they were still a little hesitant, should I not, and trying to monitor the weather and decide should I get in my car and drive. But thank God, everything went well. Everything went well, thank God.
All right. And did you receive the type of support that you felt like you wanted to get for this event in terms of the turnout?
The turnout was amazing. We actually tripled our number from last. It was quite surprising because of the weather. But people came out. I mean, I guess with all the hype and the excitement about the event, people was like, okay, the sun is out, I'm going. So we were very, very surprised and happy at the turnout that we got for Tobago Day.
And do
Yes.
you see it growing to be maybe, as you said, it tripled in size this year? So maybe next year it's going to quadruple in size compared to this year.
Well, we really, really hope so. We actually meeting on Monday night and we are putting a team together now to start working on it. Um, we did like a recap, things that we could do better, how we could improve. And those are the things that we're going to be working on now so that when the year turn around and we get into the home stretch, that will be very, very good.
Right. And by chance, was there a registry where kind of were able to record how many people were there, who are they, were you able to collect data at the event?
Well, not really. Some people came to the tent again because of the rain and because of the lateness. People coming and they were just excited about getting booths, the vendors, getting some food, and that type of thing. So we weren't able to collect the data the way we anticipated, but by directing people to our Facebook page, hopefully we'll be able to get some data from there.
All right. Because, I mean, with that, you can always go back, contact these persons, and
Yeah,
find out
yeah.
who of the participants might be willing to actually be on that
Willing
committee.
to come back.
Yeah, on the committee to help.
Yeah.
Because I remember last time you
hmm
indicated that one of the issues that you guys face is that it's a very small group of you trying to hold on such a growing event. And so, with the collection of the
Yes.
data, I'm sure a number of persons that came there were like, okay, well, if they are looking for help or all hands on deck, they may be willing to volunteer. So, I really thought that you would have been able to capture some volunteers from that event, by getting the data to find out who wants to be a part of it. But regardless of that, there's still social media. and people know
Yes.
people, so you can get the word out there that you guys are looking for persons to be on that organization committee for next year.
Yes. Yes. We did. There are people who actually walk up to me and said, I didn't know you all do this. I want to help. And we were able to get their information, the people who volunteered without us asking. And then we have the people, who would always say, you could do this, you could do that. So come on board, come on board and help us. That way we can do better, with your assistance and your guidance. So we're hoping that they will not just speak, but they will put some actions behind their words.
Right. And, from what I've heard from my colleagues, it was not just a Tobago day, it was a Caribbean day because the St. Lucians were
Yeah.
out, the Grenadians were out, the Guyanese were
Yes.
out, the Jamaicans were
Yeah.
out. And I think that whenever people hear Caribbean music, they don't even stop to ask, what island is that? They just
Well,
identify themselves as being Caribbean. So Tobago Day in New York is turning into Caribbean Day in New York because
they.
all of the islands were there representing. Tell us about that and the possibility of, working along with other islands to expand the presence of the Caribbean. Well, I mean, you don't really have to expand the presence because the presence is there. Because a lot of people tell you when you go to New York, it's as if you've gone to the Caribbean. But how are
Caribbean.
you working to, truly establish that cultural presence there, if if so, with other islands?
Well, that is always a bit challenging because every island wants to be identical culture, their own foods and type of thing. But we invite anybody who wants to come. You want Chinese tent, bring your tent. You want to do something Jamaican, bring it. So, because of the identity of the island, even in Trinidad and Tobago, till they point, everybody wants to keep their own identity, but we invite anybody that wants to be a part of it to work with them.
Right.
We
And
work
maybe
with them
even
to
in
to
in
to
in
come.
the in the future, in addition to Tobago Day, there might be Caribbean Day where you guys invite all the islands to come out and showcase. So there's
That's
that
a great
unique, I
idea.
there's a unique identity as being a Tobagonian, but we also have a unique identity as being Caribbean. And
That's a great idea.
I would love to see it go there. That's where I would like to see it go. But I want to thank you and the team for all that you have been doing, for the excellent work,
Thank
for
you.
a successful Tobago Day 2024, for truly engaging Tobagonians in the diaspora, for allowing Tobago businesses to get the type of exposure that they truly
Exposure,
need
yes.
to upgrade their offerings. And we saw a lot of
Hmm.
Tobago businesses present there at the market showcasing their product. It truly helps to prompt them to improve the quality of their product
Of this.
when they
That is true.
understand that they are no longer just competing with Tobagonians, but they are competing with global brands when they are given the
Yes.
opportunity, to showcase on the international stage, such as being in New York. And we had a number of representatives who were present at the Tobago Day. Tell us about how that impacted the event by having, the chief secretary present there and a number of other representatives. Seems like we're having a bit of a
Well,
connectivity
it
issue.
impacts opinion and of a connection.
All right, I'm hearing you now. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Unfortunately, we had a bit of a disconnection there, but we will have this conversation again some other time. Um, that team is no stranger to Tobago updates, and we have always welcomed them to come and chat and let us know all that they are doing. And as you heard there, they have already begun, but actually they're going to meet pretty soon to begin planning for 2025. So if you are interested in being one of the vendors there, or even helping them to organize that event, or you have resources that you think can help, that they can use to help improve the Tobago Day, as she indicated, don't just give your opinions. Come on board and help. Don't just criticize, but come and offer your solutions and be a part of the team to make it greater next year. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking with us this morning. We had a totally interesting conversation with Miss Yolanda Marcel on preparing parents for back to school, and we just had a conversation with the team responsible for Tobago Day in New York and the success of that. So we want to thank you so much for liking, sharing, and commenting, and doing all that you have been doing to make Tobago Updates the #1 broadcaster here on the island of Tobago. Again, if you want to follow on to see all that's happening behind the scenes, follow me on all social media pages, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, as you see all that's happening. Guys, have a great day and see you soon.